world at the crossroads of environmental challenges. We find ourselves at a crucial moment. Climate change threatens the very fabric of our planet, demanding urgent action and collective responsibility. As we stand on the brink of irreversible damage, it is imperative that we shift our mindset and embrace change. Green Horizons explores the possibilities and solutions that lie within our grasp, highlighting the importance of preserving our natural resources and fostering a sustainable future for generations to come. Yet, in the midst of adversity, there are stories of hope, resilience, and transformation. Our journey begins by exploring the positive strides people are making towards a sustainable future. Witnessing the consequences of climate change can be daunting, but it's essential to understand that positive change is within our grasp. We visited Knights Energy in Langata South area on our road to bring out the positive changes that contribute to a clean and safe environment. At Knights and Industry-Renewable Energy, we spoke with Abraham Otieno, who is a research assistant.
Knights Energy deals with solar systems, renewable energy systems, electrical contracting, everything to do with electricity, energy. That's Knights Energy. Electric, on the other hand, deals with electric vehicles and charging infrastructure, and that's why I serve the electric vehicle sector and charging infrastructure. So our day-to-day work at Drive Electric involves monitoring the fleets of electric vehicles, monitoring the charge points, trying to study the vehicle themselves, try to understand them better, because it's still a new thing in the market, and a lot of information is needed for people to at least to understand that to make decisions the way to move.
One powerful way individuals are contributing to a cleaner future is by rethinking their mode of transportation. Many people are opting for more sustainable options such as biking or walking for shorter distances, reducing their carbon footprint. Additionally, the increasing popularity of electric vehicles is also playing a significant role in reducing emissions and promoting a cleaner future.
So there's a lot of cost savings owning a battery electric vehicle compared to an ICE vehicle. We call it internal combustion engine ICE, and these ones we call them EVs. So you save almost 70% on your operational cost, on your fuel cost, using an battery electric vehicles compared to an ICE vehicle. There's also the aspect of environment. There's no emissions, it's zero emissions. If you realize, most of them are written zero emissions, so no tailpipe emissions.
Charging stations are becoming hubs of change, where electric vehicle owners recharge both their cars and their commitment to a sustainable future. These charging stations not only provide a convenient way to power electric vehicles, but also serve as a gathering place for like-minded individuals who are passionate about environmental sustainability. Furthermore, the availability of charging infrastructure encourages more people to consider purchasing electric vehicles, further accelerating the transition towards a cleaner future.
So you'll find, like as a country, we spend so much money on fossil fuels, and most of these fuels are meant for the transport sector. Yes, and so we have COP28 that began yesterday. Yes, and one of the key things is how do you decarbonize the transport sector. As a country, it's something we're looking at very, very keenly, decarbonizing the transport sector. And so there's an aspect whereby, one, there's no emissions. Of course, Kenya, there isn't that much emissions compared to developed countries. Our energy is majorly renewable, but we emit a lot when it comes to the transport sector. And so you see emissions have different impacts. There's the health aspect of it, there's the climate change aspect of it. So there's a lot happening in that area when it comes to pollution, emissions of CO2 and other gases. But so when it comes to the battery electric vehicles, there are no emissions. There's another aspect of energy independence. Now you don't have to depend on the Middle East to get your fuel. You can generate your energy from solar, from your clean systems, and power your transport sector.
The numbers speak volume. Each electric vehicle on the road contributes to cleaner air, reduced greenhouse gas emissions, and a healthier planet. In addition, the adaptation of electric vehicles also helps to decrease our dependence on fossil fuels and mitigate the impacts of climate change By choosing to drive electric, individuals are actively contributing to the preservation of natural resources and the protection of ecosystems. As more people recognize these benefits, the demand for electric vehicles will continue to rise, driving innovation and investment in sustainable transportation solutions.
The uptake of EVs is increasing the uptake of renewable energies. So an example is a demonstration of what you have here. We have a vehicle here, and you see this vehicle can be powered by a solar system. The same solar system is powering our offices over there. So we have reduced our electricity cost monthly, because this one is doing double the work, powering our vehicles and powering our offices and everything that we want to do with that.
How would you say you've contributed to a more green environment, a more safe and clean environment?
So this is how I'm going to put it. We look at the kilometers driven. Let's say for the past 6 months, we've driven 600,000 clean kilometers, zero emission, 600,000 kilometers only 6 months. So that's a huge plus for the environment, for the people who are there around the city. There's like minimized emissions. I'll compare that to the emissions from the ICE vehicles. Now that's the kilometers. Let me show you about the emissions themselves. So we've avoided around 60 metric tons of CO2 emissions just by driving clean. It's a plus for the environment, it's a huge plus for the climate, but we're hoping to do more by bringing in solar systems now, so that instead of depending so much on the grid, because the grid does also some emission factor. As much as our energy is like 80-90% clean, the 10% comes from diesel. Somewhere in Mombasa, you have some plants in Mombasa. I think another plant somewhere around Nyanza Western that uses diesel to generate electricity. Also, we have one also here in Nairobi, in Donholm, diesel power. So there's some aspect of emission at the end of the day. But if you bring in solar systems, now it's purely clean, 100% clean. So we are doing our best. We are developing a certain system to ensure it's 100% clean, not just 90% clean, but 100%.
As we witness the sun setting on another day, these electric vehicles represent a new dawn, a promise of cleaner, greener horizon. Our journey towards sustainability continues with a radiant source of power that has been illuminating our world for billions of years, the sun. From city skylines to rural landscapes, solar panels are transforming how we generate energy. Communities and businesses are embracing the power of the sun, turning sunlight into a sustainable future.
So for KPLC, some of it comes from other renewable energy sources such as geothermal and hydropower, but there are also other unclean sources such as diesel generation. So from an O&M perspective, O&M meaning operation and maintenance perspective, we have seen other companies where we have solar installed and they deal on the diesel generation, and you find that those fumes coming from the generation via diesel affect the plants. So you see there are coatings on the plant which are difficult to remove. So I would imagine that those fumes are also affecting the environment in terms of having clean air or even the ozone layer. So it contributes to climate change.
As the sun rises and sets, these panels silently convert sunlight into electricity, creating a ripple effect of positive change.
We have someone who's using firewood. I'm imagining it's a case where they are cooking. We all know that firewood, what we are emitting as the gas is actually CO2. Now CO2 in itself, or rather carbon monoxide, it's a greenhouse. Carbon itself is a greenhouse gas, and it contributes to the depletion of the ozone layer. That's number one in terms of climate. And then I'm looking at the person who is engaged in the whole cooking process. You are inhaling it, and research shows that there are people who actually suffocate or rather end up dying because of inhalation from carbon monoxide as you are cooking and all that. But you find that when you are cooking, for example, with solar as a source of energy, it is purely clean, as it has been stated by my colleague. You are not inhaling any sort of gas that would affect your respiratory system and also the environment at large.
Solar revolution is gaining momentum. With a significant increase in solar installations globally, it's a testament to the collective effort to embrace a cleaner, more sustainable energy source. As the sun sets, these solar panels stand as silent sentinels, capturing the energy that powers our aspirations for a brighter, greener future.
The industry needs to be, or the young people need to be innovative in the renewable energy sector, because it's a broad industry which has not really been exhausted or tapped into. So there are so many opportunities to be innovative, such as maybe coming up with for the smoky people who are on the streets, they can be using solar instead of charcoal for generation or for cooking or for warming their things. They can also use the solar as lighting or something. So there's so much to be explored in the renewable energy sector.
Government of Kenya to invest more in renewables. You find that, for example, for solar energy, most like 2% is what is being injected into the national grid. So if we embraced more of renewables, the likes of geothermal, wind power, into the national grid, then we would be contributing to reducing the whole impact of climate change across Kenya, Africa, and the world at large.
Our journey through Green Horizons Embracing Change has taken us across landscapes, communities, and innovations that paint a portrait of hope and resilience. As we conclude, let us reflect on the collective power we hold to shape a sustainable future. From electric vehicles silently gliding on our streets to the sun powering our homes, from green innovators redefining progress to communities creating positive ripples, their stories illuminate a path forward. It's not just about choices of a few, it's about the choices of many. The ripples of change become waves, and those waves build a tide of transformation that touches every corner of our planet. As individuals, as a global society, we stand at crossroads where our decisions today shape the world of tomorrow. The call to action is clear, and the time for change is now. In the dawn of a new era, let us embark on a journey of responsibility, stewardship, and unity. The green horizons we envision aren't distant dreams, they are achievable realities of our grasp. Together, we have the power to rewrite the narrative of our planet. As we embrace change, let us do so with the understanding that every choice, every action contributes to the symphony of a sustainable future.